Alright guys, and welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We just ran into Don Tigre, and now we are about to talk to some girl with a bandage on her head. It looks like maybe they were in an accident, and she has a damn bandage over her head. And she's kind of scary. She's like the type of person that would say something like, "I like the sound of death in the morning." You know what I'm saying? But here we go, guys. We are about to see what is happening here with Violeta. So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tinder Lender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy, why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tinder Lender. Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card games for starters. Why did you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tinder Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We to give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating here? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tigre. Furio? Tigre? That's where the tiger comes from. Shin Ops got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Shin Op. I guess I present something to her, right? I guess I have to present the name? Present Tigre to her? Furio Tigre. Why is he red? He been eating too much carrots, bro. Can I ask you about the tigre? Or I mean, the tiger? Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. I got diabetes and I'm trying to watch my sugar intake. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. Not exactly coming across in your tone. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I own Don Tigre in my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to... Okay, Don Tigre, of course, I'm sorry. You saved your life? I'd sure like to know how that happened. I guess now we brought up a new topic. Yep, saved your life? I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. What? You died? About 4 months ago, the doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything. When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you got that bandage around your head? This? The head bandage. So what's the story with that bandage? She looks straight out of the Soul Society. They put it on after the operation. Brain surgery? Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you died once. Uh-oh. What the hell? 4 psyche locks. What the hell? Ah, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Wow. I don't think there's nothing we have. There's nothing we have that could actually prove anything. What the hell? What? I don't know how to break those psyche locks. I don't think we need more hints. So first of all, we still gotta go deliver this damn food to Maggie, right? So let's do that first. Let's go do that first before we even pursue anything right there. January 7th, Vitamin Square. There he is, old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There! Take this! And this! And get out of my pot! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we can. What? Why? Hello, Elmo. Oh my god. What are you doing, Maya? What are you doing? Don't call the old man over here. Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Huh. Pigeon, huh? Ka. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. And with good fortune. Ow! Seeds! Shell splinters! Painful! I always knew you were a demon, Maya. I always knew you were a demon. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside that he can't remember her face, a filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw the waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's javakino. We hear you. But the thing is, the very strange thing is, Maggie said she's seen whoever was sitting at the desk put a powder in. She said she saw someone else put poison into the coffee cup. And we're hearing Kudo say he saw a mysterious girl put powder into the damn coffee cup. Who was it, I wonder? Who's telling the truth? We don't know. The same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. Yep. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you, I saw what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. Quit throwing shit at me, man. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts oddish craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroider, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old man's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection! So, did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Cut in? And you know, suck it up. Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. We might actually learn some new stuff from him. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman? Well... buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost! That's what they're trying to say! Oh, yes. I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home? And at that restaurant? Wait, what? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulation? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? I think that's very important, Mr. Victor Kudo. So, on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The servant girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse-moi, call the police. Call them yourselves, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Yeah, do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? How long did that take you? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes. 5 minutes! So for 5 minutes after the incident happened. Yes, sir, the owner was at Tribulation on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you given me the chance, but you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more I got to say. Oh, yes, I remember something. Gavel! Bailiff! Get this old man the hell out of my courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have said it. You could at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious, which leaves that man alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in there in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. So we're gonna go talk to Maggie then. That's where I was going in the first place. We're gonna go to Tribulation. Do good, gotta give her the food from Gumshoe. January 7th, Detention Center visitors room. Oh, Mr. Wright, let's go! I like this funky flow. I love this music. So they finished questioning you, Maggie? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. But wait, what? Weren't you scared? How you gonna blog about it in prison? Unless they got computers in prison in Japan. If that's the case, hell, I'll commit a crime, go to jail, and use a computer all day in prison. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Aw, dude, why don't you get rid of the hype music? Contradictions in the courtroom. That sounds like an awesome-ass, fire-ass album. You know how you said that everyone else, or Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remembered? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. Okay, this is exactly what I was saying earlier. She was saying this, and the old man was saying that the waitress put the damn poison in the coffee. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? And obviously that's Violeta there. So you really think it was the disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only one that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was the MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication that's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated. After the incident, you said that you passed out when the victim Glenn L. collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. She looks like a young Bayonetta. Fly me to the moon. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trey Bien. No. Why? Is that important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? He had to go find a payphone to call the police. Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. So in those 5 minutes, stuff could have been taken, stuff could have been covered up. No, you don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know, the things that man says doesn't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. I might have found out exactly what happened to that old man on that day. Well, first of all, we're gonna give her that food that Gumshoe gave us. And let's present some profiles. Thanks for your help last year. Oh, it was nothing. I'm glad we got you off the hook. I hope you can help me out this year, too. Yeah, me too. It'd be sweet if we could get that verdict overturned. Let's see if she knows Mia. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about ex-cons or the clientele of Trey Bien, sir. Aw, don't let it get you down, Maggie. Let's see what she says about Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this. Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there. Mr. Armstrong wouldn't set me up, would he? Well, anyway, I got these wieners for you, girl. Where's my damn wiener dinner? Here we go. Oh yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox! Weenies too! I can't believe it! Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was actually Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Oh, yeah. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Oh, come on. Don't be like that, Maggie. Come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. I just said that. I literally just said that. I should be in this game. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. But you're already locked up. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Gumshoe's lunch eaten with Maya. Damn, we ate that in only like 2 seconds. We ate all the weenies. How was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Damn, you know she doesn't. You know she wanted to keep it. Alright, I think we should present another profile. Victor Kudo. We already presented the other guy, Armstrong. So I need to go to present, right? Profiles and Victor. Ah, I felt much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Alright. Talk to me, baby. Victor's testimony. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite... Huh? Doesn't quite what? I'm going to assume he got there after he died. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was a sort of creep. She had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? So we're gonna present the other girl's profile, I bet. Was it this girl, Violeta? I know I used to be on the police force. Oh, she doesn't say anything. Alright, I guess we can't do anything right now. So the best thing I can do is save the game, take a short break, and once we come back, we'll be back with more investigating on the next episode of Trials and Tribulations. So I'll see you guys later.